Hi everyone. Thank you for joining the sixth Collective Wednesday call that we have so far. I hope you have enjoyed the music earlier on, and hopefully it helped you to settle in a peaceful state of mind, and prepare for what's going to happen next. Yeah. So before we begin, please take the time to read through some of the ground rules for the call. So first and foremost, ensure that your Zoom name is the same as the one that you use to register by PTIX. Next, when the guest speaker is sharing, please ensure that you mute your mic. And if you have any questions along the way, please feel free to go to Pigeonhole and just type in your questions. You can also upvote other people's questions. So at the end of the 40 minutes sharing by Mr. Tang, we will then address the top 1 to 3 upvoted questions in Pigeonhole. After we have addressed those questions, we will then open the floor for others to ask questions directly. If you wish to do so, you can actually just type your question in the Zoom chat, or you can just raise a virtual hand. And last but not least, to avoid any disruptions to the call, we will not be allowing anyone to enter this Zoom call after 30 minutes. Now for today's call, we are very happy to have Mr. Tang with us. Mr. Tang has been practicing natural farming in various locations in Singapore since 2013. He transforms underutilized green spaces, often with badly damaged soils, to small farms and gardens with much healthier soil in which food can be grown. Mr. Tang sees farming not just as a means to grow food and the nutrition we need, but also as a way to help the environment by increasing biodiversity, sequestering carbon, and returning organic waste to soil. Now, I believe everyone is very excited for the upcoming sharing. So without further ado, I'll just hand it over to Mr. Tang. Mr. Tang, you can proceed with your sharing.
To start my slideshow, can you see my screen now? Can you all see my screen? Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay, I'll switch over to my PowerPoint. Slideshow. Can you all see my screen? I don't know if you can hear me when I am showing my PowerPoint. Trayvon?
I haven't seen your PowerPoint yet. Are you sharing the screen?
Oh, I have to share screen, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, sorry, yeah.
No worries.
And then I have to, okay.
Share the desktop and the sound. Yeah.
Okay, now can you see my screen? Okay,
yes.
Good. Okay, I have been farming in 8 different places since 2013. Lim Chu Kang area is my first farm, which is quite a big space. I'll talk more about it later on, maybe, if I have time. Other spaces include like a factory, they have green spaces, and then I grow food for them, school, public parks, and so on. And then, well, it is my hope that more people in Singapore will grow food if they have the chance to do so. All right. And well, why do we grow food? For food, of course, and for the environment. And now there are so many environmental issues around the world. And here are just some of them, right? Deforestation, biodiversity loss, climate change, plastic pollution, and many, many more. And natural farming, if enough people practice it, can solve many of these problems. Well, using natural farming, growing food is actually creating and maintaining habitats for crops and wildlife. All right, and we have to look at the biodiversity in the farm, both in, on, and above the soil. right? And let me show you this picture. How come there are things on my screen that is blocking? Okay, well, this is a drawing that shows the biodiversity on the soil, in the soil, and above the soil. And you can see that there are many, many things. Birds on the tree, spiders, insects, and snails. And in the soil, actually there are many, many more, like bacteria, fungi, nematodes, mites, and so on. Earthworms, of course. And I'll use this picture to explain humus formation. But in the first place, what is humus? Humus is the substance in the soil that make the soil dark. And naturally, we know that when soil is dark, it is fertile. It is good soil for growing crops. So where does humus come from? Actually, it is being created by all the living things. It starts with sunlight, right? Sunlight shines on the green plants. The green leaves absorb the sunlight for photosynthesis, combining CO2 with H2O, water molecule, to make carbohydrates. And then from carbohydrates, many other substances are made in the plant body, like amino acids, proteins, starches, lipids, which is oil, and so on. And of course, these substances will be consumed by the living things. Some animals eat the plants, and these animals will be eaten by other animals, and so on. So these nutrients got recycled in the food web. And actually, some of the carbon absorbed by the plant is sent all the way down to the roots and exuded or excreted to the soil around the roots, so that the bacteria, the fungi would consume it, right? And after several rounds of digestion by these microbes, humus will be formed. And once humus is formed, the soil becomes darker. And humus actually is a collective term for many organic carbon in the soil.